Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode we are going to be playing the angriest angel of them all. His name is Imperius. He does a lot of damage and he's considered by a lot of people a tank, so it's going to make playing him very difficult. We're on Dragonshire today, so there are a couple things that we'll be trying to do, and as always, this is a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out to 4 of these bad boys a week. And we try to teach you as much as we can about any single hero, so hang in there. I'm sure your hero will come along, or you might just find something new. As always, the team comps are going to be Imperius, Kael'thas, Stukov, Zeratul, Raynor versus Li-Ming, Dahaka, Illidan, for whatever reason, Ana, and Medivh. So, all that being said, we're going to try to knock out the abilities real quick here, and then get into the build also real quick so we can focus on the gameplay. Our Q is called Celestial Charge. This is the pinnacle of Imperius. Right there you can see it launching forward with our Q. It's going to give us a little dash, and if we hit with the right hitbox, it's going to stun them, and it's going to do damage on their initial stun, and then once they are dropped off of the ability, they are going to take some additional damage. Our W, you just saw me fling it at the wave there. That is going to be our Solarian's Fire. It's going to shoot a big ol' wave of damage, and then enemies hit by the center take 50% bonus damage and are slowed by 40% for 3 seconds. So, that is our only ranged ability, unless you count the dash that our Q is, but it's our only safe range ability. How about we call that? Freezing the lane right now because Illidan left and I want him to lose some experience for leaving. But if he kills our teammates, then... oh no, he died. Perfect. Our E is called Molten Armor. Shroud Imperius in flames for 3 seconds, striking a nearby enemy for 21 damage. It's just an enemy, doesn't prioritize anything. Imperius heals for 50% of the damage dealt, increased to 100% against heroes. So... jumping over the wall there to get some XP. Don't want to lose that stuff. And the wave is actually pushing a bit too hard, so I'm going to try to rotate and do something here on the shrine. Doesn't look like I'm going to get enough defense from a Raynor to really stop this from happening. Unfortunate. So they de-channeled the dragon, which is bad for us. Illidan goes top. Now we can get back to our trait. Valorous Brand. Each basic ability marks an enemy hero for 10 seconds. Basic attacks consume the target's marks, dealing 20% bonus damage per mark and healing for 88 per mark. So, not only do you heal with your E, you can also heal with some autos that you do after you've marked people. Like so. It's a smaller amount of healing for sure, and it's a little chunk if you can manage to get all 3 and then whack them all with an auto at once, but typically you're going to be healing more off of your E than anything, and that's really your panic button. Now, the ults that we have access to with Imperius are going to be Angelic Armaments. It's a button that we're just going to hit. We're going to get a huge shield, and while we have that shield, as long as it remains unbroken for 3 seconds, we're going to be able to get basically a Mirror Ball-esque ability that we can fire off. So think Li-Ming, think Mirror Ball, think Magic Missiles. You got 5 missiles, except they're all swords, and they're way cooler because they're Imperius instead of Li-Ming. The other ultimate, sadly, is not quite as good. Wrath of Angiris is going to launch us forward after 0.75 seconds, making us unstoppable in a path, and whoever we hit in that path, we are going to grab onto, lift up, and then slam down onto the ground, dealing damage and stunning that character for 1 second. 1 single second, but they are taken out of the fight with us for 2 seconds because we take them all the way up into the sky. It's really cool ability, but all the functionality of it is just so bad. The wind up on it, pretty shit. The range on it, that's pretty bad. Being able to aim that thing in a clustered team fight, really rough as well. And then on top of all that, you have to make sure that your team reacts to the person that you're stunning, collapses on them, and kills them. So you see, it's kind of rough. I think the idea is that you're supposed to hit someone with your W slow them by 40%, and then you launch onto them. But if that character has any amount of mobility, like Li Ming, or Illidan, or even Medivh to some extent, or fucking Dahaka just digging into the ground, that ability is going to be absolutely wasted. And it is a pick ultimate, so it's kind of, if you're not hitting anybody with it and it goes on that 80-second cooldown, you're ultimate fucked. Oh my god, I might be just ultimate fucked right now. But I've got my Zeratul here. We're going to stab the Medivh with the big pointy sword and get ourselves a shield, which is going to lead us into the talents here. That shield comes from our level 7 talent, Flash of Anger, which we'll talk about in a moment. Impaling Light, Celestial Charge, final damage is increased by 125%, and the cooldown is reduced by 1.25 seconds for each Valorous brand on the target when the stun completes. So, what that means, in a basic sense, is that you have to have a combo with Imperius to manage all of those marks on the target when your Q completes. So what you want to do is launch your W, assuming that that hits the person, they're going to be slowed. Then you run at them with your Q, and you can activate your E while your Q is stunning them. So you manage to get all the marks on a single person. Raynor has been killed, and I told him that I was leaving, so I don't know why he did that. But remember, W, then Q, then E, mid Q, and you are going to have all 3 stacks on a single person, and you can punch the ever-loving shit out of them with that combo, as well as getting a fairly significant cooldown reduction from your Q. Unfortunately, I don't think that we ever win the trade with Illidan here, which is a little bit sad. We're going to be able to heal ourselves on the retreat. I was hoping he would move, and he didn't. So, maybe Raynor can help us kill him? Literally walking away with 40 health. Feels bad, man. Feels way bad. If the minion wave had even been pushed up, even slightly, he would have died there. So, that's an unfortunate side effect of playing a character who can't move. Oh well, at least he came up and helped us out. I appreciate that. Our 4 talents called Press Forward, we're only doing this because we're being forced to go into the offlane with Imperius, which I don't love. Typically, I would be picking up Sovereign Armor here because when you're playing this character and you go in, you want to be able to live through a lot of damage because you want to be able to be this kind of tank character. Recently, Imperius did get changed. I only hit 1? I thought that was for sure going to be 2 people. That's such a bummer. But with the most recent patch, the Hogger patch, Imperius did get changed, and he is losing a little bit of health off the top. So he's going to be less tanky. I think it's probably by about 2 to 3%, if I remember the patch numbers right. I don't quote me on that, but he probably took about like a 2 to 3% max health nerf. So he is less tanky for sure. Easier to kill, maybe. That remains to be seen, though. And then they buffed one of the W talents for Imperius, but I don't think they realize that people don't pick the W talents. I cannot hit Illidan to save my life, and he is going to run after the Raynor instead, so I like that part. Is he? Nope. Medivh has come to ruin everyone's fun. I thought for sure he was going to try to dodge me, and he didn't even bother. That's unfortunate. Now, our Press Forward, what this is going to do is give us a 10 armor buff while we're healed by a regeneration globe, and if we damage a hero, we're going to reset the globe duration to 8 seconds, and it's going to basically give us that 8 armor. Ooh, my god, you can't step into the portal if you're shish kebabbed. Ah, that feels good. That's the best part of playing Imperius, BTW. If you haven't figured it out yet, it's all Q, and it feels so good. Raynor is going to need some help dealing with the Illidan. I don't want Dahaka to take our shrine back, so now is the time for us to go in. Maybe? Are we going to get it? Oh my god. 2 people channeling the Dragon Knight is not as good as 2 people channeling like a curse or, a shrine or something like that. So, Only one person needs to be doing it. Everybody else can zone. That's how that works. Yeah, no, but the globe talent, it's purely an off-lane talent. Doing damage to your lane opponent, getting increased cooldown, not cooldown, increased duration of the globes makes it so Imperius can get a decent chunk of mana back. So that's really cool, but that's about all that talent is good for. Team fights are a lot harder because you gotta like keep it in the back of your head. I need to get a globe so I can have some use here. Oh my god, this is where we all die, isn't it? What a ley line, and Ming knows exactly how to use her buttons. And our Dragon Knight is attacking a full health fort instead of trying to peel at least a... Ooh, big kick. Big kick blasting Medivh into our fort and watching the Zeratul walk away. Oh, you dodged the tongue. You can get out if you just walk to the left. Awesome. Good guy Zeratul jumping in there, blocking all those abilities with his body. Not sure why the support is dancing in the top lane, but that is a thing that's currently happening. So, our level 7 talent Flash of Anger, you saw it at the beginning of the game, but we do get a big shield when we consume a mark from Celestial Charge, and we are going to do a big AoE amount of damage, 260 to be sure. And then the shield is 433 for 4 seconds, which is fucking nuts. So, if you're hitting multiple people with your Q, and you're proccing that talent by hitting multiple people with the mark on the Q, you get pretty significant shield. Oof. We got Dahaka's Essence, so I'm pretty happy about that, and then put a lot of damage onto that Medivh with the Living Bombs. Way to go, KT. Doing it up. Nice and good like. Our 10 we already talked about. Our 13 is called Pathetic Mortals. Stunning an enemy hero with Celestial Charge reduces their movement speed by 25% and their damage by 50%. Now, having that shrink on the ability is going to make it way, way, way easier for Imperius to duel people. So, hitting someone like... oof, nice push. I liked that. I liked that a lot. If we can manage to hit someone like Li Ming or Illidan, even though that's very difficult, halving their damage is very, very strong for us, and it means that we could basically just punch them down. Not that that's really difficult to do if we hit our Q anyway, but you can see where I'm going. It's also a slow, so a slow plus a shrink. Really nice stuff. Melting Touch, I think also... nope, that's 13. Divine Rage and Heat of Battle. I have been slept out of my Q. I'm upset. Is he going to get the kill? Yes. Alright. Well, I guess it's just me. I'm dead. I hit him with the swords on the way out, but there's no saving me. My team wanted to get the camp instead. We've got a triple camp plus knights. I shouldn't have been under that fort anyway. So, had I recognized that during the game, I probably would have had a much better time there. This is a little bit rough because we're split up right now. The support has just arrived. The camps and the minions are doing a lot of damage, so maybe we're good? Nope, it's an Illidan, it's a Medivh, and it's a Ming. There's nothing even remotely close to useful there for us. Oh, nope. Nope, they're all dead. They're all dead. Zeratul off in the top lane, soaking. Fine. Yeah, that's probably a good call. Yeah, the 3 people on the bottom side of the map probably should have been the ones to recognize that Medivh plus Illidan plus Li Ming isn't going to be a good time for them. So, back to the talents, though. I think Divine Rage could also be pretty good. I don't know. I think all the talents at 13 are pretty good. If I were playing Imperius more often at this moment, I would probably be able to make kissing him with the spear. Probably gonna die now. Way to go. Got the shield at the last fucking second. And the Illidan, his balls were huge, but his brain was small. Okay, back. 13 talents. if I were the least bit attention paying to this character, I think I'd probably have some better opinions of the other two. The reduction in the cooldown for our E, really good. Also, the increased healing for the E, the less healing that we have, also really, really good. The trouble with it, though, is that when Imperius goes in, that's when you want to use your E. And you don't want to save it till you're low health. You just want to kind of rip it, be tanky up front, and save a bunch of stuff. This is 3 people, and they are about to get blasted into eternity. Holy shit. What possessed you all to stand in a straight line? Our 16 talent is called Celestial Swiftness. Gain 20% move speed for 5 seconds after casting Celestial Charge, and 40% attack speed for 5 seconds for each hero stunned by Celestial Charge. Really awesome, awesome, awesome talent. We're not even going to make it to 20, so I can talk about Brand of Solarian, but what it essentially does is you do not consume the marks when you attack people, but they last significantly shorter. So they only last for 3 seconds, but Imperius can basically auto-attack one person with a Q stack on them for 3 seconds, hyper fast, deal a shitload of AoE damage, and just explode entire teams that get clumped up. So always take Brand of Solarian at 20 if you're taking, if you're building Q. So see, we still did tanky things. Soaked 60,000-ish damage. It could have been better. Could have been worse. Let's see how much damage we actually did. Oh my god, it was pretty pathetic. But at the same time, skewering 3 people at the very end there was the whole reason that we could just end the game before 20. So I am happy with it. Happy with it. Imperius is a playmaker at the end of the day, and that's what you should be doing with him on your team. I don't think putting him in the off lane is a good idea at all, but there you have it. A lot of people like to do that anyway. Pass, man. Pass. It's not a good time. Here's the talents again in case you need them. It is Impaling Light, Press Forward, only because we were in the off lane. Otherwise, take Sovereign Armor. And then it's Flash of Anger at 7, Angelic Armaments at 10, Pathetic Mortals at 13, Celestial Swiftness at 16, and then 20 would have been Brand of Solarian. Awesome stuff. Really, really strong character. Never going to be bad, in my opinion. And again, playmaking potential is absolutely off the charts with your boy Imperius. So pick him up, climb you some ladders, have a good time. I will be back tomorrow to finish this week off with, oh yeah, Medivh. I forgot. We're going to play a Medivh game. So if you're interested in that ridiculously busted character, stay tuned. I'll see you there.